All right, let's talk about getting found online. For the longest time, we thought we had the rules figured out. Optimize your website, get some links, and just climb that Google ladder. Seemed pretty straightforward, right? Well, guess what? Those rules are basically ancient history now. Today, we're going to dive into why that old playbook just doesn't work anymore and what you need to be doing instead.
But first, just think about this for a second. Your own behavior. The last time you needed a new restaurant, or a plumber, or just an answer to some random question. Where'd you go? Was it really just Google? Or did you pop open YouTube? Maybe you did a quick search on Instagram. Or, and this is the big one, did you just ask ChatGPT? See, the path to finding things isn't a straight line anymore.
And this right here just nails the difference. We've gone from this world of old SEO, where everything was about your website and where it ranked, to this new reality of today's discovery. It's kind of messy, right? It's a whole mix of videos and social posts, maps, and now these AI-generated answers. If you're only focused on that one piece of the puzzle, your website, you're basically invisible everywhere else.
Okay, so let's officially put this old playbook under the microscope. Now, don't get me wrong, the basics of SEO, the foundational stuff, it's still super important. But that's exactly what it is now, a foundation. It is not the whole house. It can't be, because the way people search for things has just completely transformed.
And here is the absolute crux of the issue. Your audience, your potential customers, they're everywhere. They are scattered across a dozen different platforms and apps. So if your entire game plan is to just herd them back to your website, you are missing out on all the other places they are already looking for you. It's a massive missed opportunity.
So, if the old way is busted, what's the fix? Well, this is where we get to the good stuff. This is where a new idea called blended SEO comes into play. Think of it as the modern, smarter way to get seen in the wild, complex digital world we live in now.
So what is it exactly? Well, here's the core of it. Blended SEO means you treat everything you create and publish online, not just a page on your site, but absolutely everything as a searchable asset. The whole goal is to make sure your brand shows up looking consistent and clear, no matter where somebody is looking for answers.
I really want this phrase to stick with you. This is the big mindset shift. That Instagram post you're about to publish, it's not just a post, it's a searchable asset. That quick video you filmed, it's a searchable asset. A blog, a picture, even a press release, they are all little doorways for people to discover you. And this is where it goes from being a bunch of separate tasks to a real strategy. You're not just optimizing one thing at a time anymore. No, you are building a digital ecosystem. An interconnected web where every single piece of content you create actually helps and supports all the others. It creates this compounding effect that just builds and builds your authority over time. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like day to day? Let's get practical and open up the new playbook. We're going to go through the assets you're probably already making, but just maybe not thinking about in this new way. Let's start with an old favorite, blog posts. In this new playbook, they are so much more than just articles. A single, really well-done post builds your authority on a topic. It can rank on Google, sure, but it can also get pulled into those little answer boxes at the top. And here's the kicker. It can be the exact source an AI uses to answer someone's question. It's like a central pillar for your knowledge.
And what about images? Come on, we all do it. We treat them like decorations, right? But they are incredibly powerful search assets. Naming a file properly, like digital marketing agency Dubai Marina.jpg, and writing good alt text, well, that helps you show up in Google image search, it makes your site more accessible, and it gives AI a crystal clear signal about what your content is about.
And then, of course, there's video. It is a monster of a discovery channel. I mean, let's be real. People use YouTube like a search engine just as much as they use Google. So optimizing your video's title, its description, and even having a transcript, that is absolutely essential for getting found on both of those platforms. It has to be a core part of your strategy. Now this is a perfect example for social media. Just look at the before caption. It's fine, it's generic. But the after, that's a searchable asset. It clearly states a service, helping businesses grow, and it has a specific location, Dubai Marina. Instantly, it becomes a magnet for the right people. And why does that work? Because we have to start seeing social media for what it truly is, a search engine. People are typing keywords and places directly into the search bars on Instagram, on TikTok, on LinkedIn. Your captions have to be written for that behavior. You got to include what you do and where you do it.
All right, we've covered the landscape as it is today. But now we have to talk about the huge new layer that's being spread on top of everything. The one that makes this whole blended SEO approach non-negotiable for the future. Artificial intelligence.
Here is the absolute key thing you need to understand. When you ask an AI a question, it doesn't just send you a link to a website. It acts like a researcher. It scans information from dozens, maybe hundreds of sources all across the web, blogs, videos, social media, news, forums, you name it, and it synthesizes a brand new answer.
So how does an AI find you in all that noise? Well, it's actually pretty logical. A person asks a question. The AI scans the web for all the relevant data points. And then it looks for one thing above all else: consistency. If your brand's message, your services, your expertise are showing up consistently across all these different platforms, you win. Your signal is stronger, it's more trustworthy.
So how do we make it dead simple for AI to understand us? Two things are absolutely critical. First is something called schema markup, or structured data. Now, it sounds techie, I know, but just think of it like putting little labels on your information that tell the AI exactly what it's looking at. This is an address, this is a review, this is a product. No more guessing. And second, you have to link your assets together. Your blog post should link to your YouTube video. Your social post should mention your blog. That creates that beautiful interconnected web that AI just loves to see.
So when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it's this. Blended SEO is not just another checklist of marketing tasks you have to do. It is a fundamental shift in how you need to think about creating and publishing content.
Let's circle back to this one last time, because if you remember one thing, it should be this. This is the mantra. Everything you put out into the world online is an opportunity for somebody to find you. It either helps you get discovered or it doesn't. There's really no middle ground anymore.
So I'm going to ask you to make this a habit. From now on, before you hit that publish or post button on literally anything, a video, a blog, a simple photo, just stop for 1 second and ask yourself, is this optimized for discovery? Will this help people, search engines, and AI understand who I am, what I do, and why I matter?
It really is that simple. In today's world, being visible isn't about being number one in just one place. It's about being present and clear everywhere all at once. If you're going to take the time to publish it, take the extra moment to optimize it. That's the new rule of the game. That is the true spirit of blended SEO.